Sonic the Hedgehog Crash Course is all about speed. 2 to 4 players take on the roles of characters from the beloved video game franchise on a never-ending race course to determine who is the fastest. Unique abilities, power-ups, and obstacles provide an exciting race to the finish, with creative catch-up mechanics allowing every player to remain involved until the very end. Now, are you ready to go fast? On a player's turn, they must make 3 actions from a pool of 3 potential actions: fix damage, move, or draw an item. It is required for a player to take at least 1 move or fix damage action on their turn, otherwise the players can take actions as they see fit. A player cannot move if their character is damaged, and by taking the fix damage action they remove 1 damage on their character. The move action allows players to further progress in the race by moving into one of the available spaces ahead of their character. Lastly, the draw item action allows players to draw items from the item bag. First place draws and keeps 1, while players behind draw more items and choose to keep 1 depending on their position in the race. Items have a variety of effects that cause chaos on the raceway. Orange-backed items are used once and discarded, while green-backed items are placed on the raceway. Items can be used anytime on your turn after taking the fix damage action. When a player takes the move action that steps them off the last tile, they choose a new tile to add to the raceway. In addition, they gain a Flicky Bird. When a player gains a certain number of Flicky Birds depending on the number of players, a finish line is formed. From now on, if any player in possession of the required number of Flicky Birds moves off the last track tile, they win the game. If there are no track tiles left to draw, the furthest back track tile becomes the newly placed tile, forming a never-ending raceway. As the track forms, there is the potential for shortcuts to become available. These are noted by arrows on the edges of tiles. If a shortcut is formed, it creates a pathway for those further behind to get a much-needed boost. Each character has a unique method of earning additional Flicky Birds. The flavor behind each character rings true to the video games in a way that's pleasing from a thematic standpoint. If Sonic goes fast, he earns Flicky Birds. Tails earns his by flying over obstacles, and Eggman by damaging players. These objectives provide a nice little burst of flavor for those familiar with the characters. The true joy in Sonic the Hedgehog Crash Course comes from the chaos of the race. Both fixed and added obstacles on the course force players to always be on their toes. Items that affect the course include boosters, which launch players 2 spaces forward, springs, which cause players to bounce over any ground obstacles in their path, or crab meat, which provides another obstacle for players to avoid. One-time use items include the motor bug, which shoots forward, damaging anyone in its path, a bomb, which damages everyone on a chosen tile and discards all items on that tile, or the bumper, which bounces characters back. And yes, there are rings that can be collected, and yes, if you are hit while holding them, you drop them on the board. If you are looking for an arcade-like and fast-moving game night, Sonic Crash Course is for you. This is a game that focuses on fun. Turns are quick, and action is constantly moving forward, providing a non-stop experience. If you are looking for a game where everyone can be involved, Sonic Crash Course is for you. The creative catch-up mechanic, where players further behind see more items, allows all players to impact the race, even in last place. If you are looking for strategy that isn't lost in a chaotic package, Sonic Crash Course is for you. Although the board constantly changes, Sonic Crash Course still rewards players who strategize ahead. Once filled, the race course becomes almost puzzle-like, and there's always a fastest path to first place. If you are looking for a board game for a Sonic fan, Sonic Crash Course is for you. Clever uses of character abilities and amazing minis make this a winner for any Sonic fan. Sonic the Hedgehog Crash Course is an awesome race experience that puts all the power in the hands of its players. No dice controlling movement allows players to always be in control of the game. And even while the board fills up with obstacles, there's always a way for players to interact with the game in a meaningful way. Most importantly, this game sacrifices nothing for the sake of fun. It's sure to provide endless memories in its dynamic and engaging gameplay. Hopefully, this has given you a better idea of what Sonic the Hedgehog Crash Course is, and if the game is for you. I'm Justin from Playing Board Games. Please consider liking and subscribing. Have a good one, and as always, GG's.